Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to this Wednesday afternoon, May 28th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. Interesting day. A lot happened today. A lot of things reversed. First off, we started with gap, very small gap in ES early and NQ higher, only to fill those. Righty never gapped higher. We leave really nice excess at the highs. ES stretched their balance high on the daily, so it's still balance for me. We leave this excess. We attempted to go trend down. That was taken back. And then we probe late in M as the market got incredibly frisky the last 5 minutes of K period and the last hour of L and M. NVIDIA earnings come out in about 15 minutes. We took back all of the trend day in righty. Let's go to righty first. So righty takes back the whole trend day, and they end with a trend day down today and a 9-wide point of control and a price probe. And Q ends with a 12-wide POC and a price probe. They held yesterday's trend day. Okay? ES ends with a 10-wide POC and a price probe, and they held their trend day, even though they got into it the last set in M period. NQ just missed it. They're weak against C's low from yesterday. I said if we stayed in the upper stayed above the lowest distribution, it would be okay because you'd have value that's at least unchanged. Now, starting off with the overlap and a higher value kind of made it a little frustrating if you were a bull. NQ did end with overlap and a higher value. ES totally unchanged. Again, one day doesn't make a market. So is that excess in A period concerning? Potentially. But again, one day doesn't make a market. Okay? We just stretched the balance high in NQ. I think NVIDIA is going to have a lot to say whether that excess holds in A or not. We did go out with price probes, so we're going to have to see tomorrow if we open below K's low, the base of the price probe, right? In regular trading hours. It's not going to matter much what NQ does or ES does, in the overnight or after hours or when NVIDIA earnings come out. Unless, of course, they made a new high on the month in NQ. Then I would obviously keep that. We did take out the overnight monthly high earlier today. Things looked like they were pretty good. We thought we were going to get the consolidation we wanted and kind of stay maybe between the two distributions, the middle and the upper. They were doing that until late in the day. So we'll see how tomorrow plays out. Had a good day. I did nothing after J period. Nothing. I started in A period, initially taking a short to try to fill the gap. That didn't happen at that point, and I got fortunate to take it off for a point or two because it rallied pretty good. I did then get long to get the overnight high. So that was nice. Then when it pulled back, I got long against the 144 once. That paid. But then when it finally broke and started going back down again below the opening, I did get the short to get the gap fill. So I took 4 trades in A period. Short, long, long, short. And we nailed them all pretty good. The first short could have been treacherous if I didn't get out of it right away. But I did make like a point or two. B period, I got the short to get A's low. So that was the second staple play to start one-time framing. That was the only trade I took in B. C period, I got the short to get the IB low. And then some ebb and flow shorts in C. D period, same thing. We were still one-time framing down at the time. Once we stopped the one-time framing, that game was pretty much over, although I did take one short above C's high against the 144, which paid. My next trade was an H period. ES, it was in. I took a long in H to fill the single prints. Didn't think that was going to hold prior to the Fed minutes. At the same time, I had an offer in an NQ in H for an afternoon, potential afternoon rally high, and made money on that as that backed off. And then in J period, I took a short first against the half back at the time, which paid, and then against the opening again, which paid. And then that was it. That was it. Game over after that. I didn't think the Stooges would do much. K period was dead in the water until the last 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, it just ripped lower. And then L ripped back up, took out K's high, and then M goes and probes. So, again, that's why they're called the Three Stooges, as they, a lot of times, make things very unaccommodating. But it was a good day overall. So, again, we're still balanced. Okay? Even if you were using last Wednesday's high as your balance, and yes, it's still balanced, but I'm using the 19. It's all one huge balance. And Q, on the other hand, attempted to come out of balance. But again, to me, they just slightly extended it. So this is all still one huge balance. Now, the reason that excess could be worrisome is because if we don't go back sooner rather than later to get it, well, then that could be a failure at the balance high. And then if you roll over, the balance low would be your next target. And again, it's a pretty big balance on this daily. So something to keep in our back of our minds. We'll see how tomorrow starts playing out. And then on the chart, so here's ES, right? Yeah, we're one time framing up for 2 days. But again, it's just balance for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is a 12-day balance now. And if you look at triple Qs, yeah, we're one time framing up for 2 days and we took this out, but it's barely. So again, one huge balance. Don't forget, those weekly gaps are still very alive and a big focus if we ever came out of the balance to the downside. We'll see if we go test that 200-day moving average again. I thought after testing it, and then yesterday with the strong day we had, they might attempt to start grinding higher. Now again, we still one time framing up for 2 days, even though it's balanced. But I'm not thrilled with the XS and A, and I'm not thrilled with the price probe late in the day. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Rest up, enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.